There was once a time, a better time, when our proud, happy nation awaited a glorious future. We were fearless, for we could not foresee how forlorn we would one day be. In those days, our women were our most cherished prize, our treasure, the suns around which our lives revolved. We laughed often and loved much, and were famed for our lavish feasts. The culinary skills of our women were legendary. And not only these. And then they were gone. From one day to the next, they disappeared without a trace, and our land descended into chaos. For this was merely the beginning. There came a terrible drought, and the cattle died in the arid fields. Huge clouds of locusts devoured what little was left of the meager crops. The earth shook, and the rage of the gods erupted in an inferno of smoke and fire. In our desperation, we sought counsel from a Gaelic seer who was traveling through our village on his way to an occult meeting. In his visions, he saw wealth, women, and a long journey which would take us to the ends of the world. Following his advice, we put together an expedition. I was chosen to take command of the fleet of 2 ships. The very next day, we put out to sea, but the fates were against us, it seemed. Our ships were caught in a heavy storm and fell victim to the greedy, all-devouring waves. Thus began an odyssey, of which not only the next generation would tell. Founding a settlement. The world of the settlers is founded both on stone and on wood, but we'll get to that presently. Welcome to the first tutorial. Please note that the tutorial shows processes in an accelerated form, not in real time. Every settlement is centered around the headquarters. All production, storage, and military buildings must be connected to the headquarters by roads. Now you're going to learn how to build the basic resource buildings: a woodcutter's hut, a sawmill, a forester's hut, and a quarry. For an overview of available construction sites, click the button Toggle Construction View On/Off to view the construction map. Once you've selected a construction site by clicking on the construction map, the Building Selection menu appears. Buildings come in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. The woodcutter's hut is always the first building you'll need. Click on the woodcutter's hut now with the left mouse button to select it. Each building must be connected to the headquarters by a road in order for you to transport goods. Click on the flag in front of the woodcutter's hut. Now click the button Build Road with the left mouse button. Select the flag in front of the headquarters to specify the end of the road and complete road construction. From now on, all goods will be automatically transported along this road by carriers. The next thing you'll need is a sawmill, so that logs can be fashioned into planks, which serve as building material for all buildings. Stone blocks are also required for most buildings. Open the Building Selection menu again to construct a sawmill. The sawmill is a medium-sized building, so you'll need to click the tab to switch from small buildings to medium buildings. Now select the sawmill. This is automatically connected to the existing road system, as the construction site is directly above the road. To make sure that your supply of wood is replenished, you'll need a forester's hut. Click on the highlighted construction site to open the Building Selection menu. Now select the forester's hut. The forester will tend to your trees with loving care. Every forester in the settler's world has green fingers. The forester's hut must also be connected with the headquarters by building a road. To do this, select the flag in front of the forester's hut. Now click on the button Build Road with the left mouse button. Click on the flag in front of the headquarters to specify where the road should end. Now you need a quarry to provide the necessary resources for the construction of other buildings. Select the highlighted construction site. You'll find it not far away from the rocks. Now select the quarry in the Building Selection menu. Connect the quarry with the headquarters by a road. To do this, click on the flag in front of the quarry. Now click the button Build Road with the left mouse button. Select the end of the road. The road to the quarry is quite long, and transporting the stone would be too much for a single carrier. To add a new section to the road by erecting an additional flag, select the section of road that is highlighted. Now click the button Erect Flag. The road is divided, and another carrier starts transporting stone along the newly built road section. It's very important to keep an eye on your road system to make sure that it's economical. When you've completed your construction projects, close the construction map by clicking the button Toggle Construction View On/Off. Well done! You've successfully completed the first tutorial. On to the next one. Mineral resources and processing. To operate mines, and this only applies to mines, you'll need a stable food supply. The more varied the food, the harder the miners will work. One food supplier is the baker, who bakes bread using water from the well, and flour made from grain grown on the farm, which is then ground in the mill. These buildings should lie in close proximity to each other and not be too far away from the mines. Other food suppliers are the fisherman and the hunter, who can supply fish and ham on short notice. Geologists will supply you with information about mineral resources by putting up small signs at the discovered sites, telling you which mineral resources have been found. Click the highlighted mine symbol on the map with the left mouse button. Geologists can only be sent out to flags, so now select the flag in the building selection menu. Of course, this flag must also be connected by a road with the headquarters, otherwise the geologist can't find his way there. Select the flag you have just erected. Now click the button Build Road with the left mouse button. Select the end of the road. Select the flag you've just erected to send out the geologist. Click the button Send Out Geologist. Iron and gold are only of any use to you if you have enough coal, because you need this to extract iron from iron ore in the iron smelting works, and later to make weapons in the smithy and produce gold coins in the mint. Open the building selection menu now by clicking the highlighted construction site. Now select the coal mine from the menu with the left mouse button. Like all other buildings, mines must be connected to the headquarters by roads. Select the flag in front of the coal mine. Click the button Build Road. Select the highlighted flag to complete road construction. Now you're going to build an iron mine. Select the mine symbol already highlighted on the map. Select the iron mine. Connect the iron mine to the road system by selecting the flag in front of the iron mine. Click the button Build Road. Select the end of the road. The next thing you need is an iron smelting works in order to extract the iron from the ore with the help of coal. To do this, click the construction site already highlighted on the map. The iron smelting works is a medium-sized building. Click the tab to switch from small buildings to medium buildings. Now select the iron smelting works. Now you're going to build a smithy in order to make the extracted iron into swords and shields with the help of coal. Select the construction site already highlighted on the map. The smithy is also a medium-sized building. Click the tab to switch from small buildings to medium buildings. Now select the smithy. Select the flag in front of the smithy to connect it to the road network. Click the button Build Road. Select the end of the road. Excellent! You've successfully completed the second tutorial. On to the next. Territorial expansion and troops. The settlers love a conventional scrap. They fight in classic hand-to-hand combat rather than letting large armies do battle with each other. Recruiting a soldier requires a sword, a shield, and a beer. For their training, in other words, to rise in rank, soldiers require gold coins. The various ranks are as follows: private, corporal, sergeant, officer, and general. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to build a barracks, and thus expand your borders, how to build a catapult, and how to attack enemies. Open the Building Selection menu by clicking the highlighted construction site on the map with the left mouse button. Now select Barracks. This is the smallest of the 4 buildings: barracks, guardhouse, watchtower, and stronghold. A barracks is manned by 2 soldiers. Connect the barracks with the headquarters via the road system. To do this, select the flag in front of the barracks. Click the button Build Road. Select the end of the road. Now you need to build a catapult so that you can defend your settlement more effectively. To do this, select the construction site already highlighted on the map. The catapult is a medium-sized structure, so click the tab to switch from small buildings to medium buildings. Now select the catapult from the building list. Catapults automatically fire on enemy military buildings that are within range. As ammunition for the catapult, you'll need stones from the quarry or the stone mine. When your soldiers win a battle, they will automatically occupy the enemy building, thereby expanding your borders. Open the attack menu by clicking the enemy barracks with the left mouse button. To give the signal to attack, click the attack button. Use the two buttons at the top of the attack menu to select whether your weaker or your stronger soldiers should attack first. The figures below them show the number of attackers compared to the number of the defenders. Open the menu Global Economy Settings. Select the tab Default Military Settings. These are used for the global planning of military operations. The three slide bars at the top are used to define troop strength at long, short, and close range to enemy buildings. Directly below these, you can select whether your weaker or your stronger soldiers should defend first. The slide bar at the bottom is used to specify the number of soldiers you want to make available for an attack. To exit the menu, click the small cross in the upper right corner. Bravo! You've successfully completed the third tutorial. On to the next. Seafaring and expeditions. Sooner or later, you'll need a fleet in order to search for resources and explore new territories. Only by ship can your settlers travel a longer distance across water. To build ships, you need a shipyard, and to use ships you've built, you'll need a harbor on the waterfront. Harbors can only be built on construction sites marked with an anchor symbol. This tutorial teaches you the construction of ships and accompanies you on your first expedition. A harbor and a shipyard have already been built for you. Select the shipyard now with the left mouse button. The shipyard builds boats by default. To produce ships, you must click the highlighted button to switch production from boats to ships. Close the shipyard menu afterwards by clicking the small cross in the upper right corner with the left mouse button. Now select the highlighted harbor to begin an expedition. Next, select the tab Expedition Management in the harbor menu. If you now click the button Prepare Expedition, the next ship built will be equipped for the expedition, for which 4 planks, 6 stone blocks, and a master builder are required at all times. Only when all of these are on board can the ship put out to sea. Now please close the harbor menu by clicking the small cross in the upper right corner with the left mouse button. Please select the highlighted ship. Now you need only to set the ship's course by selecting the southwest compass point. The ship will automatically search for the next possible landing place in this direction. Once the ship has reached a landing place, select it to drop anchor. Select the button Build Harbour to the right of the compass in the ship menu. Now please close the ship menu by clicking the small cross in the upper right corner with the left mouse button. Very good. You've successfully completed all tutorials. A new beginning. After countless days in the eye of the storm, we'd completely lost our bearings. Drifting in the treacherous currents, we ran aground. Our hull was breached, our cargo lost, and we were shipwrecked several miles offshore. Fortunately, almost all our party survived, both the storm and the wreck, and still found enough strength to swim ashore. Landlubbers had no business being on the high seas anyway. Strange. Everything looked so familiar. The flora and fauna resembling so very much that of our native country. Yet I could have sworn that we had drifted far off course. Our next task would be to ensure our survival and explore the island. The goods from the ship that were washed ashore would be a great help to us for the time being. After some days, I had a sudden blinding realization. The island on which we were stranded could not be far from our home country. We Romans normally avoided this region due to its inhospitable nature and the catastrophic weather conditions, but here, things were somehow different. While storms raged in Rome, this small area developed into a haven in which one could make a fair living. A new beginning. After countless days in the eye of the storm, A new beginning. After countless days in the eye of the sun. Mission accomplished. While searching for more fertile land, our scouts stumbled on two mysterious portals with inscriptions in Coptic characters. How could we show weakness by returning home to our anxiously waiting people without having achieved anything at all? And so, we stepped through one of the portals and began a journey which would take us further away than we could ever have imagined.